method, and we're going to talk to you today about empowering by watching. Empowering by watching. In John 4, 1 and 2, we get a quick glimpse of the work that Jesus was doing with his disciples in terms of allowing them to baptize those who were coming into repentance. And even though it mentions that Jesus was the one baptizing, really, it was the disciples that were the ones baptizing. And Jesus was mobilizing his disciples to do the work of the work. And he was with them, and he was watching and supporting them from afar. In my last few years of coaching basketball, one of the things that we wanted to do for our community was to build out a youth basketball league. And so we did this through the Parks and Recreation program in Auburn Hills, and it was a great partnership. And I wanted to do it for two reasons. One, it was our major fundraiser for the year for our program, so it did that. But also, two, it was to create this empowering opportunity for the athletes in our program to give back to the community. And what was really cool about this establishing this league is that I tried to design it so that my upperclassmen, my varsity level players, were the ones that were part of the planning, organizing, and implementation of the league. They actually helped run the league. And so specific players I would choose to coach the teams that we had. And we had teams all the way from second grade up to eighth grade. And some of our varsity level players that I thought were ready for that, I invited them into that. I empowered them to coach these teams. And I would pair them up with an adult. So there was always an adult present. And they would practice an hour before they would play. And the league was done on Saturdays. And I saw some amazing things happen through this. It helped reinforce the teaching that I was trying to teach to the players, because they were having to teach the younger athletes. So it helped reinforce that. The way that you reinforce something is you teach it. So I saw that as a great learning ground for them. The second thing that it created for them is it allows them to experiencing on a deeper level what it's like to mentor and lead someone, and how difficult and challenging that can be. And it gave them a glimpse into the world that I was in terms of mentoring, guiding, and leading them. Saw some incredible things happen through that experience. Many, many teachable moments. Not always did things go well, but it created this opportunity for dialogue and for reflection and growing. And really, isn't that what discipleship is all about? When I think of 2 Timothy 2:2, which reads, "What you have heard from me," this is Paul speaking to Timothy, "in the presence of many witnesses, commit to faithful men and women who will be able to teach others also." And really, that is our charge, isn't it, Rooted Men? I mean, it kind of sounds like a relay race, where, as a runner, somebody has to start that, but then they're gonna pass off the baton to the teammate, and that teammate's gonna pass off the next baton, and then there's somebody leading the anchor, right? And this is really what discipleship is all about. This is why we're even on the call this morning, is because someone has passed that baton on to you. And I want to challenge you this morning to be thinking about who am I getting ready to pass this baton to. I want to share a final story with you of watching. I met a varsity coach about 4 years ago. In fact, it was this weekend 4 years ago when I met him. I met him at the basketball coaches clinic, and we had this conversation. I knew him. I coached against him when he was an athlete, and now he was coaching. So we had that common ground, and so this conversation led to some engagement with him and his staff. And then we all know what happened a couple years ago, and it's kind of still present today. COVID happened, and really what this created was this opportunity for engagement. So we decided to do Zooms, and I was doing Zooms with him and his staff, and we were talking, just engaging, talking about coaching and how we coach and why we coach. And FCA has some incredible resources to talk about that and to help support and guide and lead coaches. So I was just guiding and leading his program through this pandemic. And what led to that was a Bible study, an equipping time. And because there's farmers out in this area and they were coaches in that area, we had to have our Bible study at 5:30 a.m. on Zoom. And man, did I see God move in that. And so from this, it led to ministry opportunities at the school, within his team, and to other teams. And since he is the AD of this school district as well, this led to ministry opportunities in the summer. It led to ministry opportunities within the middle school program. It also led to ministry opportunities where this coach became a lead clinician at our FCA sport camp in the summer. Unbelievable things has happened through this. And so at each level, as I was watching this coach, I saw another level to empower this coach to. And even right now, at this time in our relationship, which is unbelievable what God has done in it, I still see another layer. I still see another opportunity for him and those within his community to continue to grow. Look what the Lord can do when we are intentional and we empower at the right time. And this is just one of many examples that I've been able to see. Rudiment, I hope you're encouraged by that story, because this could be happening to you as a kingdom builder as well. As you continue this journey on to empower others, I pray that you are observing, you're watching, but you're looking for that opportunity to go to that next layer of empowerment so you can watch what the Lord can do with it.